Hello, everyone. Here's your July 4th weather hazard briefing. We still have showers and thunderstorms for the region today, and most of those storms will be across the north. Not a lot of rainfall with some gusty winds possible, and those showers and thunderstorms will remain north, and there's a chance pretty much through the rest of this week in those areas, especially in the afternoon and evening hours. Now, outside of thunderstorms, we're going to have some gusty winds across the region on a daily basis as well. Nothing at this point that stands out in terms of significance, a significant wind event, or one that will be impacting our area a little bit more than any other past wind events the past couple of days. Otherwise, it will be warming up above average temperatures, but it's looking less and less likely that we're going to see triple-digit high temperatures by the time we get to the end of the week and the weekend. Satellite this morning, you'll notice we continue to watch moisture and form the clouds, and we have some showers and thunderstorms early on this morning in the eastern highlands into portions of southern and central Montana. We've had some wind gusts around 30 to 40 miles per hour as these storms lifted to the north and to the east. Not a ton of rain has fallen, but this batch actually will eventually lift out of here as we go through the rest of this morning. Now, we're going to go back and look at lightning over the past little while. Here's for yesterday. You can see a pretty good swath of lightning from the central mountains, especially get into southwestern Montana, and a few lightning strikes down towards the Oakley area, also down towards City of Rocks in that area. A couple of days ago, just to review, we had a pretty good swath of lightning across the Magic Valley and Snake Plain down in the South Hills, and a smattering of storms across the rest of the region. And looking all the way back on Friday, we had just a few thunderstorms down south. Now, why are we concerned with all this lightning the past few days? As we will dry out later this week, we may see some lightning strikes that eventually, what we call holdovers, these may ignite into wildfires. Not every lightning strike is going to do that, but just be aware we've had that lightning, and that potential may come up in the coming days as we warm up and dry out across the area. No severe weather in our area today, maybe up around Lost Trail Pass, also up towards Missoula, but again, a better chance for central and eastern Montana for seeing severe thunderstorms in those areas for this afternoon, this evening. And you'll notice it'll be breezy pretty much every day across the Snake Plain, the Magic Valley, portions of the South Hills, and the Southeast Highlands. For today, it'll be pretty breezy up in the central mountains as well. The best chance of showers and thunderstorms will generally be across the eastern highlands, up towards Chalice and also into Limhi County. For tomorrow, the thunderstorm threat again confined to the eastern highlands and the central mountains. You see that pretty much through the rest of this week, and we talk about those winds outside of those thunderstorm areas. Again, right now, not looking at any major wind events coming our direction. So looking at how things are going to be for the rest of the day into this evening. We talked about the area showers and thunderstorms up near the Montana border earlier this morning. Those will be out of our hair as we go through the morning. A few showers will develop over the central mountains, and here we are by about noon. A little more organized band up towards the Frank Church Wilderness as we go through the rest of the morning and the afternoon hours. You'll see that band shifting into Limhi County and eventually into Montana, and you'll see that's pretty much where the best chance of storms will be for today. We could still see a couple of thunderstorms developing Rexburg over towards the Big Holes, up towards Island Park as well. But at this moment, it's not the most likely area to see thunderstorm activity, and the chance is pretty low, but still not zero at this point. Going into this evening, we'll see that first round ending as we go into later on into the morning, late into the overnight, into the early morning hours. A band of a few showers up around Haley, Sun Valley, up Mackey towards Gilmore Summit. And that band continues to develop and shifts off to the north and west across the central mountains. And as we go into tomorrow, you'll see, again, really any thunderstorm activity, central mountains into the eastern highlands, especially once we get in the afternoon and evening hours. So going back to the forecast itself, For today, temperatures a little bit cooler than we saw yesterday. I'd say maybe within a degree or two of that. Near 80 in Chalice, also in Salmon, mid to upper 80s as you head down towards Pocatello, Preston, down towards Oakley, and back into the Treasure Valley. If you're going up in the mountains today for the 4th, it'll be generally in the 60s and 70s for afternoon highs. Now, for winds for this afternoon, you'll notice we've got a good area of wind gusts 25 to 35 over the Arco Desert into the central mountains, especially at the ridge tops, also into the South Hills and the Southeast Highlands. Those winds will generally last around 8 or 9 o'clock, and then they're going to sharply drop off. So any activities for late this evening into the early overnight hours, we will see those winds really dropping off right just before the sun sets here in central and eastern Idaho. Now, those rainfall amounts, you don't see a lot across the board, just a few hundredths, and the chance of seeing a wetting rain under more than a tenth of an inch is pretty much non-existent for today, and the same for any activity that's around during the overnight hours. For tomorrow, we start to perk up a couple degrees across the region, still in the 60s and 70s in the mountains, mid to upper 80s. We might see a few spots in the Magic Valley and the Treasure Valley pop up to above 90 degrees. And like we said, just those few showers and storms over the central mountains, not much rainfall is expected with that. And going into Wednesday, we continue to bump those temperatures up. Going into Thursday and into Friday, a lot of 90s across the board. And like we said, we're not seeing that potential risk of hitting 100 degrees in any areas here in central and eastern Idaho. Now it looks like even going into the weekend, but many areas hitting the mid-90s, maybe a few upper 90s once you get west towards the Treasure Valley as we go into Friday and maybe even on Saturday. So like we said, we've got a few more showers and storms across the area today. Not much rain expected. The best chance will be in the central mountains up towards the Island Park area. Those storms, with them having less rain, there's a little higher potential of some gusty winds with those storms, and occasional showers and storms throughout the week in the same area as we go through the rest of this week. This will continue through Friday. Outside of thunderstorms, it will be breezy at times, and again, no major wind events coming our way, it looks like at this point. And then those warmer temperatures coming and the less likelihood of seeing temperatures hitting 100 degrees. Have a great day, and again, be careful out there with the 4th of July and any activities you have ongoing today, and stay safe out there.